Hello and welcome to another video from me, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. It's an open the box and it's a game from DVG. It is Warfighter Modern 3rd edition. And many thanks go to Sarah from DVG for kindly sending me this. This is the first, if you like, Warfighter that DVG brought out. And if you haven't seen it, you're going to see it now. So, let's have a look. Hostiles down, advancing towards the objective. Warfighter places you and up to 5 of your friends in modern combat missions. You begin each mission by selecting your highly trained operators and equipping them with the world's best weapons, equipment and skills. During the mission, you'll engage hostiles as you advance through locations on the way to your objective. This box includes the cards for 3 settings: Middle East insurgents, jungle drug cartels, and Middle East military. Warfighter can be played with 1 to 6 players. Each player takes on the role of a special forces soldier running a tactical mission. The game system controls the hostile forces. Warfighter does not require any special rules for solitaire play. Right, 224 full colour cards, 2 sheets of colour counters, 4 dice, 17 by 33 inch mounted tactical display, full colour rules booklet. Right. Sarah was also kind enough to send me the Warfighter Modern Upgrade Kit, which I understand brings this, which, as I mentioned earlier, was the first Warfighter that DVG produced, brings it in line with all the other Warfighter games concerning things like rules and that. Okay, let's get the shrink wrap off. The shrink wrap is off, so let's open the box. And the first thing we see are the rules. These rules in this 3rd edition are 53 pages long, and this is the first sort of printing of what they call the universal rules, which will encompass all the Warfighter games in the series. This is October 2018. There has been a subsequent printing, April 2019. This does not incorporate the Shadow War or the private military contractor Warfighter games, but if you've got those games, you'll have those rules. If not, these will be fine and dandy for what we want for the modern game. So, usual sort of high quality DVG rule booklet, glossy, full of colour and full of pictures. Types of cards, here are the counters. They will be slightly different for the modern, as you'll see in a minute. Mission cards. A lot of the pictures in this 3rd edition rulebook are of the World War II, but don't be put off by that, because whatever applies to this applies to the other cards in Warfighter Modern. So there's the non-player soldiers. So if you're not familiar with it, you have a player soldier who is in charge of your squad. So that's like you, if you like, controlling the squad. And then under that you have the non-player soldiers, squad soldiers. Weapon cards, you have to equip your squad with weapons. Melee cards, equipment cards, skill, service record cards. I'm not sure if they are in the modern Warfighter. How to purchase your cards. Action cards, which sort of is the sort of engine of the game. Sequence of play, that's repeated on the tactical display. What a soldier can do. Location cards. Environment, whether it's hot or cold. Placing location cards. So it's all here. And as I say, most of the pictures are to do with the World War II, but the same information applies to the Warfighter Modern cards. Explosion and spray, hand-to-hand combat, attacking, shadows ability, the hostiles, event cards, the hostiles turn, wounds, because they're going to get wounded or downed, completing the objective. Specialist skills, nation skills, campaigns. Seems a lot, but once you play a couple of games, it's quite straightforward. This is to do with World War II, airborne fortifications. I've got unboxings of those, and a shore invasion. Vehicles, undead, I've also got that to play yet. And there we are. Optional rules, and that's it. Them's, as I say, are the rules. Next is the tactical display. It's mounted, and we'll have a look at that in a moment. Next, it's the keyword sheet, and this is a tri-fold. As the Warfighter family increased, with expansions as well as different games in the series, so the keywords expanded, and it is now a tri-fold with all the keywords you're going to use and need. This one again is October 2018. There is a more up-to-date one. The updated rules and keyword sheet is available for download on the DVG's website, so don't worry too much about that. But for our purposes, what you get in this box is going to be fine. What's next? Counters. 2 counter sheets. So here we are. Hope you can see that. Also, I believe in the original Warfighter, if I'm not mistaken, each weapon had its own ammo counter, so you had tons of ammo counters. They've sort of streamlined it to have a generic ammo counter, like, well, certainly for World War II, just has the generic ammo counters, which is great, which is good enough. Enemy killed in action. All the dreaded empties. And there's your actions used. These are your guys, I believe. And second, these are to put in the cups, I think, so when hostiles target you, you can see which soldier they're targeting. Bipods, this is experience. Bandages, claymores, rockets, grenades and rifle grenades, flash and smoke, timers and inactive. So all the bits and pieces there on 2 counter sheets. So it wouldn't be a DVG game without the cards. So first we've got some dice, 3 D10s and a D6, and then 5 packs of cards, 4 packs of cards. So, one for jungle, there's the action deck, another action deck. They're probably not all action, they're probably mixed up. Middle East. So let's have a look. So here's one of the decks. Action, action, action. Yeah, this is the action deck. Let's have a look through that. So if you're familiar with other Warfighters, you'll recognise these cards. Again, great pictures. Ah, so the locations are still in the action deck. Right. So that's slightly different to the other Warfighters. There we are. So here's another deck, Middle East. What else we got in here? Some skill cards, equipment cards, weapon cards, action deck cards. So here we are, there's some more action deck cards. Follow me. Stealth attack. Ah, here's some of the weapons. So you can fire it in semi or auto, range, reload, oh, the dreaded reload. Claymore. Good old first aid kit, very handy. Canteen, so equipment and skills here. Yeah, skills, marksman, veteran. Oh, and some hostiles from the Middle East in this case. Gunman. So once again, the core game will give you tons of cards to start, and also if you're like me, especially with the World War II, and I suppose it's going to start now with this one, you've got all the expansions. But let's have a quick look at this. So 4 packs of these. Now, as I said, I think these sort of upgrade the core game so it comes in line with all the other Warfighter releases. I think it also allows you to use some of the other expansions, but basically I think what you do is you swap out cards from here into your core deck. But let's have a look. So here's some from the upgrade kit. We've got some US soldiers, and again I'm not sure whether or not you add them in or replace, so we'll have a look at that. Some hostiles, jungle, again not sure if they just get replaced. I think they do. And some new Middle East hostiles. Stalker. Flankers. Right. Interestingly, in the original, as I said before, we have the village, which is a location, and that's part of the action deck. But I've just found this location, and it's a location card as per normal. So I'm not sure what's going on there. That'll be interesting to find out. So lots of cards. My biggest headache now is to sort out where I'm going to store them all. So there we are. I've subsequently opened the upgrade kit and had a look, and for the 3rd edition it's not so much as replacement as adding. The only cards I've got which I couldn't use are some soldiers, and that's because they're duplicates, and some missions and objectives, again because they are duplicates. So the only thing that I took out was this M16A2 rifle, because the one in the upgrade kit had some different info on it. So I assumed that's the upgrade, so I took this one out. That's it. If you've got the 3rd edition, you're just going to add 300 odd cards to your deck. There we go. And here's the mounted tactical display. I believe that in the original edition this was a paper map, but now this has been brought into line with all the other Warfighter games. Sorry for the glare. Let's have a look. Here we've got the mission card space. Action deck goes here. Hostile deck. This is where you'll perform the mission, move along to get to the objective, and here is where all the hostiles will spawn. Got the setup and the mission timer, and over here we've got the turn sequence, which is always very handy, and attack sequence, and just and just a little aid memoir for your attacks, whether they hit or fail. So there we are. That's the tactical display. So this has been an open the box of DVG's Warfighter, the Modern Special Forces card game 3rd edition. Once again, many thanks to Sarah from DVG for sending me all this. I shall enjoy videoing a playthrough of this in the future. So I hope this has been of help. If it has, please subscribe, like the video, push the bell, leave a comment. I love to see them. And as always, thank you very, very much to my subscribers. Thank you. So, till the next time, you take care and goodbye.